What up? How you listen? Do not entertain none of this nonsense and nothing over the phone. Alright. I'm gonna need you to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes. The what? All the boxes left over from the pizza. All the boxes. Make sure you recycle the plastic like we talked about. Yeah. Can you reach out yet? Nah, Bob. He ghosting. I just motherfucker doing. These things tweet now because I'm in here. It's all good. You about to get out on bail. Everybody out there quiet as a motherfucker. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. We gonna let them have their little fun, but I'm still gonna have the last laugh. About all these lawsuits though, Pop. Ain't none of them getting shit. I ain't worth nothing. Ain't got shit in my name anyway. Don't even worry about it. But
this nigga so nasty, his own children had to walk out the room. And every last one of y'all who sat there and spent more time talking about how the girls, whose mother is no longer here, whose brothers are all caught in compromising situations because of their father. Anybody who thought that that was news, I was there in the courthouse and I saw Diddy's kids run out because of this and because of that. That's not news. That's not news. It's not even gossip. Oh my God, I saw them when they ran out. They were listening to the testimony and they ran out. I bet they did run out. That's their damn daddy. I said it on the Blue Couch just a couple of years ago. I feel bad talking about these kids' parents, but their daddy is the devil.
Was there an incident where you witnessed somebody who was being abused or about to be abused or had been abused by Diddy, by Sean Combs, and you intervened and warned him to stop?
Definitely.
And what can you tell me about that?
Yeah, definitely. I've had several calls about this guy. You know, I've had several calls about his son, reaching under ladies' dresses, fondling them without asking for permission. You know, where did he learn this behavior from? Where would he learn that from? Legendary Dapper Dan said he knew Combs' parents, and he said what's going on with Combs didn't.
You've been to some crazy parties, I'm sure. What's the strangest interaction you've had at a party that was like, what's happening right now?
I remember I was lit and I just started dancing with Paris Hilton. I was like, this is kind of crazy.
That is kind of nuts. What song was playing?
I don't even know. It was one of those nights.
Janice Combs.
Looking good, looking good. Miss Combs, good.
Miss Combs, God bless you, Miss Combs. There goes the beautiful twins. Girls, hang in there. Hang in there.
Ow, the sons.
There goes the sun. See you, Diddy.
It's just like a son.
Diddy just suffered the ultimate betrayal from his own blood. King Combs, Diddy's son and longtime protege, has officially agreed to testify against him in court. The moment it was confirmed, the courtroom froze. Reporters couldn't believe it. And Diddy, he tried to run. That's right. Diddy's own son has flipped. It's real. It's happening, and it's tearing down the empire Diddy built brick by brick. For years, King Combs stood in his father's shadow, living the flashy life, dancing on yachts, wearing his dad's chains, walking red carpets as the heir to the bad boy legacy. But now he's no longer protecting the name. He's not staying silent. He's stepping into a federal courtroom, and he's doing it. Court documents confirm it. Christian King Combs has been subpoenaed and he's cooperating. Federal prosecutors believe King Combs holds first-hand knowledge of the private parties, the secret payoffs, the NDAs, the hush money, all of it. He grew up inside Diddy's world. Now he's helping expose it. Sources close to the case say King Combs was approached weeks ago by federal agents. He was given a choice: stay quiet and risk being pulled into the charges himself, or speak the truth and help the victims get justice. He chose the truth. He chose to testify. And Diddy, he completely lost it. The morning the court received confirmation of King Combs' testimony, Diddy arrived looking like he always does, sharp suit, shades on, surrounded by security. But something was different. The media had gotten wind of the betrayal. Reporters were shouting his son's name. And the second Diddy heard it out loud, everything changed. He didn't walk toward the metal detectors like everyone else. He turned, fast. toward a side entrance marked restricted access. One of his guards tried to stop him, but Diddy kept walking. Federal marshals intercepted him within seconds. No violence, no cuffs, just a cold, professional takedown. Diddy had tried to flee the courthouse. A formal report was filed. Prosecutors immediately moved to label him a flight risk, and the judge, she didn't hold back. Mr. Combs, your attempt to bypass security protocol suggests a lack of respect for the court and the legal process. Effective immediately, your travel privileges are revoked. You will remain under strict monitoring. Then came the bombshell. The prosecution stood up. Your Honor, we confirm that Mr. Christian Combs has accepted our subpoena. He will testify. The courtroom went dead silent. Diddy looked like he'd seen a ghost. His jaw clenched, his lawyers panicked, but the judge simply nodded. It was official. Diddy's son had flipped. Let that sink in. The same son Diddy paraded around as his successor, the one who performed with him, modeled for him, celebrated him, was now the prosecution's star witness. This wasn't just a legal blow. It was personal, it was brutal, and it was only the beginning. The second King Combs agreed to testify, the collapse began. First to go, the brands. Cyrock cut ties instantly. The same liquor company Diddy once built into a cultural giant dropped him with a single sentence. Effective immediately, we have ended our partnership with Mr. Sean Combs. Revolt TV imploding. Sponsors fled, shareholders called emergency meetings. A leaked internal memo described the situation as a catastrophic loss of trust. Bad Boy Records crumbling. Artists pulled out, music managers ghosted, contracts were shredded, and the label that once stood as an industry icon was now radioactive. Spotify removed Diddy from its playlist curator list. Apple Music stopped featuring his projects. Media outlets quietly removed his name from headlines. He wasn't just canceled, he was erased. But the public damage was nothing compared to what was happening behind the scenes. Over 75 civil lawsuits were already stacked against Diddy, accusing him of everything from trafficking and abuse to witness intimidation. But after King Combs' decision, something changed. More witnesses came forward, fast. In just 3 days, 9 new federal witnesses contacted prosecutors. Why? Because the circle had cracked. King Combs was the crack. When the sun speaks, others follow. Former employees, bodyguards, accountants, assistants, people who once signed NDAs now wanted to break them. They smelled blood in the water, and they knew the government was finally ready to take Diddy down. Prosecutors believe King Combs is the linchpin. He wasn't just a bystander, he was raised inside the empire. He saw the guest list, the private parties, the late-night strategy sessions Diddy hosted when the lawsuit started rolling in. In fact, court documents reveal that King Combs was present at multiple code red meetings, closed-door gatherings where Diddy and his inner circle allegedly planned how to bury the truth. One former assistant who turned witness described a 2019 Miami meeting where NDAs were handed out like flyers, where King Combs sat silent as Diddy ordered silence from everyone in the room. Now the court wants to know, what did King see? What did he hear? What was promised to keep him quiet? And most importantly, why is he finally speaking now? The answer lies in what prosecutors found. Encrypted chats between Diddy and his son, voice memos where King sounded shaken, bank transfers that list King's name as a secondary signee, flight logs placing him at private retreats where victims were later paid off. The government has the evidence, and now they have the witness. One text recovered from Diddy's phone read, "Keep the circle tight, don't crack," but the circle cracked. Now King Combs is testifying. Prosecutors are expected to ask him about hush payments, off-the-books transactions, hospitality accounts tied to shell companies. They'll ask about the night he and Diddy flew to Vegas and booked the entire top floor of a luxury hotel just weeks after the first lawsuit dropped. They'll ask about the celebrity parties with no phones allowed, about the rooms guests were escorted to, about the guests who never came back. And King Combs, he's expected to tell them everything. One leaked affidavit says prosecutors are planning to build their entire timeline around his account. Because who better to expose the system than the prince who once benefited from it? The fallout hasn't stopped. Publicists are gone. His longtime lawyer filed a motion to withdraw from the case. Diddy's former business manager filed for legal separation from all Combs-linked entities, citing incompatibility with current legal realities. Even longtime allies have gone silent. Because when your own son is testifying against you, the game is over. Diddy's defense team begged the judge to seal King Combs' identity as a witness, but the judge refused. If Mr. Combs has relevant information, his testimony is not only admissible, it is critical. This is unprecedented. This isn't a bitter ex or a business rival. This is Diddy's son. He lived in the mansions, flew on the jets, partied in the same rooms. Now he's walking into a courtroom to take the stand against his own father. This is the trial that will destroy Diddy's legacy. Prosecutors are building their narrative around King Combs. They'll show the jury timelines, screenshots, bank records, party photos with metadata. They'll play voice notes and show transcripts of burner phone messages. Every digital fingerprint will trace back to Diddy, and King Combs will be the guide. The man who once called Diddy the greatest is now helping prove he was the most dangerous. Diddy tried to run his empire like a fortress, but no fortress can survive when the guard at the gate turns on you. This is bigger than scandal. It's a collapse, and the collapse is personal because the man who taught King Combs the game is the same man being destroyed by it. No more bad boy, no more lavish parties, no more staged smiles, just a courtroom, a jury, and a son holding the truth. Diddy spent years building an image, but that image is crumbling faster than anyone could imagine, and the person who lit the match? His own son. This isn't a redemption arc. This is the end, and it's happening live in front of the world.